Hello, good evening. Welcome to Old Iron Garage. Thank you for tuning in again. So this evening, I started working on something that I wasn't going to film because it's kind of tedious, but I decided I'm going to go ahead and film it. So I am working on the Tecumseh HH100 that is going to replace the blown Tecumseh HH120 that was in my 1970 Boland's Husky 1253. When I first got the HH100 running, I noticed that I seen tiny little bubbles coming out at the head gasket on one side of the head. It's like, okay, slight head gasket leak. I knew I had the head bolts pretty tight, but I was like, well, I'm going to plane the head. It's not going to hurt anything, that's for sure. So anyways, here you can see I have the head off. I have the head off of the engine. I've got it here on my bench, on a nice flat bench. I have a piece of 220 grit sandpaper taped to the bench, and I sprayed it with WD-40 as like a lubricant, and I am just going back and forth. I'm going to go ahead and set you up here. I'm going to go ahead and set you guys right up here so you can get a nice view of what's going on. Get you guys all situated. Alrighty, let's see the progress that I have so far. Let me wipe this down. So this is the progress I have so far. Over here on this side, you can see that it's cleaned up nicely. This is almost completely planed over here. Still need to go a little bit there. You can see that there's a high spot here. So, high spot, low spot, high spot, low spot. Need to go a little bit more there. See if I can get so you can see it. High spot, and this kind of low spot all the way around here. And this is where I saw the little bubbles coming out. So I have to go a little more. Now, as you can see, this head gasket surface is slightly raised up from this part here. I would like to take this down so that this whole area looks like this. It is not very much difference. So I don't think that I will have to worry about the valves colliding with the head in the valve pockets. But yeah, well, it's not going to be an issue because from the factory on this head, it is very, very minuscule difference. It's like a hair thickness. So I'm going to squirt a little bit of WD-40 on here, a little bit more, and I'm going to get going. I had it this way to start. I've already flipped it around to this way. I'm going to take my jacket off because the sleeve is getting in the way and rubbing on the sandpaper. So anyway, here we go. As I'm going back and forth, I'm also going side to side, so I'm not staying right on the same spots on the sandpaper, and I am slightly pushing down. I mentioned that I'm slightly pushing down. I should have said I'm slightly pushing down evenly on the whole head, not just on one end or the other. Now this is probably going to take a while, so I'm not going to show you guys the whole thing. I'm going to cut the video after a little bit, and I will come back at the end when I'm almost finished, and I'll finish up on video, and then I will show you guys the results. Let's see what it looks like now. I'm starting to see a little bit more results. It is getting closer. I'm going to show you guys how it looks, then I'm going to go ahead and cut the video. Okay. So, let's see if I can get it. I'm definitely seeing more progress around this side, but not as much as I need to. Still need to see some progress there, but basically from here all the way around here is good. As far as that's a good mating surface for a head gasket. I still want to take this, well, this whole thing down to this level, so that this is planed too, and this looks like this. Looks flush all the way across. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut the video there, and I will bring you guys back in a little while. Okay, folks, I'm back. So I'm not going to take this head as far down as I had hoped to. I decided that I needed to switch to a more coarse grit sandpaper to take it down as far as I want to. Otherwise, it's going to take all the large pieces of sandpaper that I got and then some. I'm using 220. I thought that would be enough, no further than I had to go. But yeah, it's just taking more sandpaper than I thought it would. I'm going through more sheets of it than I thought I would. And I thought, so I was going to switch to 120 grit. And I thought I had some, and I don't have any. I'm out of those. I'm out of the full-size sheets of them. But this is where we're at now. You see all the way around. It is nice, level, clean, all cleaned up, perfectly planed. Now, you know, around the perimeter is where the gasket surface is what matters. And as you can see, it is perfect. See, yeah, it is perfect. There's no dull areas, there's no dark areas anymore. It was from this line down. From this line here down is what I wanted to make perfect like the rest of it. I wanted to take it far enough that all this dark area disappeared. But if I ever have the head off this engine again, I will make sure to have some 120 grit sandpaper and then enough 220 grit to finish it. And I will do it then. But I mean, it really doesn't need to be done. But, you know, I'm kind of a perfectionist, and it was more of an I want to thing than I need to. What I needed to get done, I've accomplished, and that is a good gasket surface. So there you have it, folks. For those of you that didn't know, that is how you would plane a head gasket surface on a head at home for a small engine. Anyway, thank you for tuning in, and if you like what you see in this channel, please hit that subscribe button to see more videos in the future. I will be uploading a lot more videos from here on out, so thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next time. One last thing before I sign off for tonight. I just thought to include this in the video real quick. Just a little sneak peek of something else I did tonight for the 1970 Boland's Husky 1253. When I got this tractor, it was missing one piece, and that would be the metal cover that goes over the air filter. It had the plate that goes behind the air filter, but it did not have the outside cover. Well, I went in my parts stash tonight and I found one that's the correct one, but it was black. The tractor is white, the engine is white, the air filter cover is supposed to be white. So I sanded it down smooth, I primed it, and I sprayed it. That is not the exact white, but it is very, very close. But given the condition of the rest of the tractor, it's not going to quite match anyways because it's not rusty. So, but at least it's white instead of black. Anyways, have a good night. See you next time.